Welcome in, baseball fans, and here in New York. Today, the finale of this three-game weekend set. It's the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the New York Yankees. Well, Singy, as we come into this one, it's all about the sweep.
Yeah, and anytime there's a chance for the brooms to come out, the pressure is definitely on. We'll see if they can find a way to salvage at least one in this series.
And we'll be back for the first pitch right after this. Coming up on the first pitch, and today's starting pitcher, Shota Imanaga. What do you have on him?
Well, he's allowing just over one base runner per inning, which is really good, especially for a starter, because these hitters get to see you 2, 3, maybe even 4 times in a start. So just shows you how deceptive and how effective his stuff is. We'll see if it's that way in this one.
Ground ball up the middle, and that one finds its way through. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Well, as hot hitting continues, he's been getting great results lately. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. stands in now and watches strike one. Kwan sprinting after it, and a foul ball.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the...
So Vladdy Jr. strikes out. Larry Doby next up for the Blue Jays. Runner on the move. That one. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Kwan hauls it in for the out. That's out number 2. Jose Bautista next up for the Blue Jays. That one outside. Ball 1. And a foul ball. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Here in the third and final game of the series. Throw, save!
Well, we all know this team is struggling right now, and sometimes you just got to do something different to generate some offense. A little more aggressive right there to put the pressure on the opponent. We'll see if it pays off on the scoreboard for this team.
Throws to first in time, and that is the third out of the inning. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. And now the Yankees will see what they can do. Back in the Bronx. Showing the slab in today's game, Chris Bassett. What do we need to know here about the right-hander?
Yeah, I want to see how he handles left-handed hitters in this lineup today, because coming in, lefties are batting over 300 on the year against him. So he's going to have to figure something out to get inside, keep them from getting their arms extended, and then once conscious of the inside pitch, be able to go with something away and finish them off.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Up the middle. Ripken to first. 1 gone, bottom half of the first. And time now to check out the New York Yankees lineup. And we check out the guy in the 7th spot, Austin Wells.
Well, these days we know teams, they put a game plan together for every hitter in a lineup. But a guy like this, they circle him, make sure he doesn't beat you. So they put in a little extra time and effort on how they're going to approach him. He can be a huge difference maker when he's hot. So it's going to be fun to see how they try to work him right here.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that at bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
And now here is Jung-Hoo Lee. 2 outs, base is empty. Foul ball. And 1-2.
2 strikes.
And look out, as that one ran in and got him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Giancarlo Stanton at the plate. Runner on the go. Pitch misses. And that's a stolen base, not even close. Runner at second, 2 down. Late with the swing there.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Ball to strike. The pitch. Hard hit left side. Tosses to first, and they take care of Stanton for the out. And that is that. Top of the second, stepping in, the slugging shortstop Cal Ripken Jr. Shota back to work. The shortstop takes the ball.
We'll always know Cal Ripken for the streak, but he was about so much more than that. He really changed the way we think about the shortstop position. When Ripken came along, he was not in the mold of a traditional shortstop. He was a big, strong guy. His offense was just as strong as his fielding, though, and he had some pop.
2 strikes.
Got him. That K is his 3rd of the game. Anthony Santander at the plate. Right through there for a strike. Yeah, even though middle infielders with power are common now, Ripken still holds the record for most homers hit by a shortstop. It might not be as unbreakable as one of his other records. Still pretty impressive, though. Gets under it and pops it up. Stanton is there. He's got it. 2 away now. 2 outs, base is empty. Josh Gibson stepping in now. Fouled off left side.
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing them down. He's settling in. You got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout, do whatever it takes.
And a pitch. Foul ball, still 0-2. That one missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
On the ground to first, Stanton. He'll do it himself, and the Blue Jays go down 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays. We'll go to the bottom of the second. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. Kwan, a former Gold Glove winner, 27 years old, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2018. This one smoked, could be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. Not stopping, he's going for 3. And he's got a leadoff triple.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Now the third baseman, Ha-Sung Kim. Burner into the outfield for a knock. And they strike first.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Next to hit, Austin Wells. Runner takes off.
1, no strike.
Throws, save. That's a stolen base. Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 1-1. Gary Simmons has the plate duty in this one.
Well, with Simmons, it's not always your standard strike zone, Boog. It kind of gives a little extra in some parts of the zone and then can be tighter in others. But I think the important thing is he doesn't get labeled as inconsistent, so you got to stay ready up there.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
And now it's going to be Henser Kim. One out and a runner at second. Bottom half of inning number 2. Foul ball there. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Backed off the plate that time.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Man at second. And a ball evens the count. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Drops into the glove. Runner tags at second. He gets there safe at third as he moves up with 2 gone. Now here is Ji-Hwan Bae.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
On the ground, Kinsler. And that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 1-0. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. And that's too high. Now a screamer into the outfield. And puts the squeeze on that one. 1 away.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Next offering is fouled back. Just missed. Headed towards the corner. Suzuki running hard for it. Tries to make the play, but it's foul. One down, base is empty. Fights that one away, still 1-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
This one chopped up the middle. Sends it to first. 2 up, 2 down. So now here's the DH, Vladimir Guerrero. He's 1 for 1, led off the game with a single. High fly ball, shallow right field. Suzuki makes the play, and it's out number 3. Back at the ballpark, and in this series it has been ugly on the mound as we look at the numbers. And that one fouled off. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Line drive, caught.
Yikes, that ball was scorched, an absolute missile, and it almost becomes self-defense as the fielder When one of those things comes screaming towards you, watch your lips.
Suzuki, batting with one down, takes a strike. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And in one hops the wall. He's in at second with a one-out double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. A lot of hitters tell themselves, line drive over the infielder's head. That's what I'm trying to do. Just keep that approach simple. And right there, it was perfectly executed. On time with everything and pulled it into the gap nicely.
Lee batting for the second time, and that's strike one. Right side, Kinsler tosses to first. That's out number two. And here is Giancarlo Stanton. Grounded out his first time. There's a swing and a drive. See you later. His 13th home run of the season, and they throw a pair on the board. It's 3-0. One pitch, one swing, one home run.
Yeah, you could say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact.
Chris, that ball came out hot. So let's see what StatCast has to say.
Yeah, it really did, Boog. 111 miles per hour off the bat and a really nice launch angle as well. Just a beautiful swing from start to finish.
Base is empty with two away. Here's the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. That one to first, and a foul ball. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the third out. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. It's now 3-0. This is Yankees baseball. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. And there's a foul ball.
Well, these Blue Jays just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Tosses to first, and Guerrero is set down. Doby stands in now and watches strike one.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Next offering is outside. Yeah, the 1-2 misses to even the count. Yankees up by 3. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. In the air, left field, down the line, and a lunging grab.
He kind of lost his balance at the end there and gave us a little flare, but that was a really nice job tracking it down, and that thing was...
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. A solo shot. Home run number 10 of the year. And they inch closer. It's 3-1.
Things might get pretty interesting if they keep connected on pitches like that. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Yeah, the batter now, Cal Ripken Jr. 2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across. Top half of inning number 4. Hammered down the right side, but foul. And they'll do it again. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And that one missing low.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
And makes the grab. And that'll do it. But not before they answer back with a solo home run. It's now a 3-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. And stepping in for the Yankees, Ha-Sung Kim. On the ground to short, Ripken. Slings it across. One out in the bottom of the fourth. And now Austin Wells. He was a strikeout victim his first time. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
0-1's the count.
One out, bases empty. Oh. That one ripped. And it's into the gap. And that's going to roll to the wall. Now he'll turn for second. And he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. I love that swing, and I'm sure his hitting coach does even more. Took a pitch right on the low outside corner of the zone and just ripped it for a base hit. And that's easier said than done.
And that one is lifted in the air. 2 down. And stepping in is the speedy Ji-Hwan Bae. Grounded out his first time. And that's outside. Movement in the Blue Jays bullpen. Chad Green up and loosening in the pen. Swanson getting cranked up as well. That one down the line. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters are performed up to this point. Shota back to work. That clips the corner.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
And that's in for a strike. And it's 1-2.
A 1-2 count. All he's seen is fastballs. You've got to expect something off speed. Stay back.
Next pitch is outside. Gets a piece and stays alive. Here's a 2-2. Ripped to short. Whips it across. One away here in the fifth. Josh Gibson next up for the Blue Jays. And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
0-1's the count.
Right through there for a strike.
Ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count.
Well, I think the key, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus. But they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Base is empty, one away, and we're at the top of the fifth. That's to third. Kim whips it to first. And the first 2 set down in the top of the fifth. Now it's the second baseman, Ian Kinsler.
The batter number 5, second baseman,
And downstairs, Kinsler, multi-time All-Star, 29 years old, and he's been touching home plate quite a bit lately, scoring 8 runs over the last 10 games. The 1-1 is fouled off. Two outs. Good eye in that spot. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. 2 down, nobody on. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. And that is out of play.
You know, these Yankees doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. The numbers tell us they're averaging more than a hit every inning, and they've only struck out twice, so they keep finding ways to put their bat on the ball.
The 0-2. Swing and a ground ball. Handles, throws to first, and they get Ohtani for the out. And up next for New York, Seiya Suzuki.
You got to give some credit to the infield coach for the positioning on that play.
Ground ball left side, and it goes just foul. Line drive. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. Out number 2. And here is Jung-Hoo Lee. He's 0 for 1. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Still able to get it there in time. And they do get the 3rd out. The inning is over. Back in New York, all set for the start of the inning. Here's the 3rd baseman, Ernie Clement. Swinging a foul out of play. And it's even up. Late swing fouled off. Little dribbler up along 3rd, and a foul ball. Just missed.
Ooh, I thought he'd bite right there.
And that misses. And the count's full. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Now a great back and forth in that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Vladimir Guerrero next up for the Blue Jays. Guerrero struggling on the road this season. Better results at home. That's long gone. He made him pay for that one. Home run number 5 on the season, and we're starting over. It's 3-3.
He's swinging a red-hot bat. This isn't the first home run we've seen him hit these last few games, and it probably won't be the last. When you have a team that hits home runs at such a high rate, they can get back in the ball game so quickly. That's why that leadoff walk was extremely costly.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. next up for the Blue Jays. That's in there. Strike one.
Can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Next offering is in for a strike.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
A dive, he's got it. To his knee, the throw, and that's a great play for the out.
Well, he looks so comfortable making that play, dives, comes up with it, and then from one knee, like he's just playing catch with his kid. Nice throw across the diamond to first.
Oh, great stop. Fires to first, and they get the out. Jose Bautista next up for the Blue Jays. He's already homered in this game. Look out! And it hit him.
Well, that pitch right there didn't even sniff the zone. He was all out of whack on that delivery.
And next for Toronto, Cal Ripken Jr. 0 for 2 in this one.
Well, they've kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come. But you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Big swing by Ripken. This one out there deep to left. Kwan puts it away, and that's the third out. The Jays get a pair on this homer. We're tied now with 3 apiece. Welcome back, and take a look at some hot hitting in this series as we check out the numbers. That one drilled left field, and a quick out, number 1.
Clearly ready to hit right there. First pitch of the inning hits a bullet, and it just is one of those bad luck ABs.
And next for New York, Stephen Kwan. And foul ball.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at-bat.
Right through there for a strike. Movement in the bullpen. Jimmy Garcia, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Burr also getting ready. Hit on the ground to the right side. And it stays fair. Around first and hustling for second. And he's into second base with 1 away as the go-ahead run.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. I know that was a ground ball.
Out of the bullpen for the Jays, Chad Green.
This guy's a strike thrower. He's done an excellent job of avoiding walks so far this season.
Now it's going to be Ha-Sung Kim. And that one upstairs, ball 1. In the air, out towards left center. Brings it in, and there's 2 away. And here's the catcher, Austin Wells. 1 for 2. On the ground to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. New inning getting started. And now for the Jays, Anthony Santander. Fastball in for a strike. 0-1. And a foul ball. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. And the go-ahead run is on base.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make. Carlos Rodon will take over here.
Number 55, Carlos Rodon.
Gibson in the box now. Takes strike one.
Well, that's really the money spot. Down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Rodon ready. The 0-2 on the way. Next offering misses down and away. The go-ahead run aboard at first. Nobody out. Lifted in the air. Left field. Pretty well struck. Lee sizes this one up. Hauls it in, and there's one away. So up next for Toronto, Ian Kinsler. That one's in there. That's strike one.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Rodon sets and deals.
One ball,
outside with a breaking ball. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. One away. Tie game. Go-ahead run stands at first. That was pretty nasty. Now the third baseman, Ernie Clement. First pitch doesn't find the zone. That finds the mark on the inside corner.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
Goes down looking. One left for Toronto. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the seventh. Jimmy Garcia.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
Rolled softly, but that goes foul.
Ball one.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at-bat.
Guerrero steps on the bag. One up, one down. Ji-Hwan Bae stepping in now for the Yankees. He's grounded out a couple of times. Hit hard, base hit. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
And that hit carries a little extra meaning, Boog. It keeps his hitting streak going. He is dialed in at the dish right now.
I don't think there's a more confident hitter in all of baseball. Runner on the go. Strike in there. Throw to second. Great jump. And that is a stolen base. It wasn't even close. And the league leader in stolen bases does it again. A little out front there as he swings through it.
It's amazing to look up and see 88 miles per hour on that changeup. Back in the day, that was a pretty good fastball. But with high velocities these days, that speed differential.
Line drive, and this might be trouble. Runner from second crosses the plate, and they take the lead in the seventh.
And for him, that's 2 solid weeks with a hit in every game. I mean, he's run his hitting streak to 14, and let me tell you, that's no easy task. This guy's grinding out at bats. He's figuring out ways to put the ball in play and just as well do it with some authority.
Suzuki stands in now, looks at that one inside. And that one almost hit him.
He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
And a foul ball. Ohtani, the runner at second with one away. Swings here and drives one well left field. Way back, and you can forget it. That'll fire up the dugout, and they add a pair. It's 6-3. Singy, this was a mammoth home run over 460 feet, according to StatCast.
You know, Boog, there are only maybe 20 or so guys in the game that can hit a baseball that far, and it's absolutely crazy it's even that many. Such an impressive swing of the bat right there.
Here comes the manager. So they turn things over to the righty, Eric Swanson.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Fought off foul. This one ripped, but foul to the right. One down, base is empty. Foul ball, still 0-2. Center field. Doby in position. Snags it for the second out. Giancarlo Stanton to the plate now. His 2-run homer back in the third was an important swing of the bat in this one.
Yeah, there's no doubt he helped set the tone fairly early, and certainly part of the reason why they've got the lead right now.
Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. So he gets on base and keeps it going. Steven Kwan stepping in now for the Yankees. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Dives and he can't hang on. No throw, and they don't get an out on the play. First and second, 2 outs. And stepping in for the Yankees, Ha-Sung Kim. Swings through that one, out in front that time.
0-1's the count.
On the ground to the left, and that's just foul. Line to left, and that will end the inning. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. And they've doubled up now. It's 6-3. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. Masataka Yoshida into the game now on defense, but in a strange way. This is not a position he's used to playing as far as we know. New pitcher for the Yankees, Luke Weaver.
0-1.
Slides, but he can't come up with it. Now a long throw to first.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. When you can turn a ball around at 107 off the bat, it's going to make you feel really good inside. If he elevates that a little bit more, it's definitely out of here. Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole, he's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Guerrero makes the turn at second. The relay throw. Not in time. He's got a double.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
And next for Toronto, Larry Doby. That's out to center field. Lee has this one sized up. Squeezes it. Both runners tagging from second and third. He'll score on the sac fly. And now just a 2-run deficit.
Well, that's a quality at bat right there. You know the situation. You need something in the air and deep enough, and that's exactly what he did. Good pass to the baseball.
Bautista in the box now. Takes strike 1. And now it's even up.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. And now for the Jays, Cal Ripken. And here comes the Yankees manager to the mound. Pitching change. So they turn to their closer, Devin Williams.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
And it's 1-1. The shortstop takes the ball. And fouled off. With the tying run at the plate, and we're in the top of the 8th. And now the count is full. And another power hitter lurking in the on-deck circle. Steps off, looks to third, nothing happening. Tying run at the plate. Foul ball, and it remains a full count.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. They limit the damage here. A run on 2 hits, and they leave. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Ryan Burr.
And he's had his struggles so far this year, as you can see the inflated ERA. Looking to bring that down a little bit right here.
That one ripped. This one could be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's into second with nobody out.
Well, that's how you respond. Leadoff man comes up, gets into scoring position. Now, there are several ways that they can get this run across.
Hit hard on the ground is short. Throws to first. One gone to the bottom of the 8th. So digging in, Ji-hwan Bae. 1 for 3. Pitch misses there, and it's 1-0. Activity in the bullpen. Angel Beth. Man at second. Lined, and that's a base hit. Here comes Wells around third. He will score, and it's an RBI single, and they take a 3-run lead. Here's Shohei Ohtani. Not your prototypical leadoff guy. Gets on base, yes, but also some power. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. That's in for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball. Lined, and that's a base hit. Bae around third. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and they're up by 4.
Well, that was a great job of letting that runner steal second base, get into scoring position, come through with the base knock. You add a run.
And now, Masataka Yoshida. Transfer bobbled, and there's no throw. And misses inside. 1 out and a runner at second. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. Coming home, he'll score easily. Throws to second, and in at second with an RBI double.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Just a really nice job of turning on that pitch.
1 out, runner at second. Jung-Hoo Lee stepping in now for the Yankees. 0 for 3 in this one. Yoshida, the runner at second with 1 away. Oh, that plunked him. And that's now twice he's been hitting this one. Here's Castanheira. Entered the game as a pinch runner. First plate appearance for him here. And that one pulled foul. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And that's going to bang against the wall. One run is in. Another comes in to score. It's 11-4.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies. He put a great swing on that ball. Took the barrel right to it. Nice extension as well. 105 exit velocity. That tells you everything you need to know about that swing.
One down. Now the left fielder, Stephen Kwan. He's got a single, a double, and a triple in this game. A home run. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. Hira around third. He will score. And it's an RBI single. And now it's 12-4. Ha-Sung Kim stepping in now for the Yankees. Swing and a miss. And that is strike one. Bastardo in his rookie season, 22 years old. And he was born in Venezuela. Line drive, leaps it, he's got it.
That'll drive you crazy as a hitter if you let it. I mean, he couldn't have hit that ball more on the screws than he did, and yet he's got nothing to show for it. Hang with him. I know the feeling.
Wells, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike one.
There might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Comes up empty.
0-2 is the count.
What a stop. Over to first. What a play. Inning over. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. Now into the ball game on defense. Alex Jackson. He takes over behind the plate. Also into the ball game, Rob Refsnyder. He'll be out in left field. And that one is downstairs. And that is ball one.
Now playing left number 30. Wow.
Swinging a foul straight back. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of his zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
There's a strike, 95 of that one.
1-1.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Blue Jays have just one out left here. So up next, Ian Kinsler. And first offering is fouled off. They're down to their final strike.
No ball, 2 strikes.
The Jays down to their final strike. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Jackson gathers, throws to first. Not in time. He beats it out and keeps the inning alive. So up next for Toronto, Ernie Clement. Right through there for a strike. Kinsler leads off first with 2 down to the inning. That one at 95 missed up
one
top.
ball, one strike.
Ball one. There's a strike. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Left field, way back there. That's down. One hops off the wall. Kinsler around third. He'll score.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
And it's fouled away.
One ball.
Squirts away a little bit. Just missed.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
Just off the inside corner. Counts full, 3-2. Got it, and that's the ball game.
So they break into another level with this win streak at 10 now. I think the key is to maintain the focus, because you can have this motivation to get to double digits and then have a letdown. They've got to try to just put out all the distractions, turn off the sports highlights, and come back out here and play baseball the way they've been doing it in the next game.
12-5 is your final. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
you